Hey, 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 hey. What is going on? My friends, my people. What's going on in the hood? Canal Desai here on the mic. How you all doing? Good, 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 good. Who do we got in here today? Goddamn Justin Riley. Justin Riley, what's up, baby? Mr. Jasso, hello. Mr. Johnson, hello. All right, all right. Tanner, how you doing? AJ. Big D AJ. What up, what up, what up? Nolan, how you doing? Deepak, you should not just have a bourbon, but maybe many bourbons. You know? Hey, kitty cat, what's up? Mr. Burberry, what's going on? Welcome back to the game, big dog. Udayan, how you doing? You know? Indo, what up? Ooh, what's going on in Spain? Karina, hello. Hey, Tata, time out. Tata, I've not seen you in class in 11 classes. What's up with that? What do you have to say for yourself, young lady? What do you have to say to yourself? Talk to me. Mr. Clue, how are you, sir? Preston Grant, how you doing? Mr. Price, what's up? Zishan, what up, what up, what up? Tanya, how you doing? Good. Maverick. Ooh, those are play on words right there. Josh Daddy, what up? Tanya, how you doing? Lonnie, how you doing? Yo, Randall, what's up? Hey, Lamori, what's going on? Lamori, I get no phone calls. I get no love. Don't ever hear from you. It's almost like, you forgot about me. Hey, Mr. Couture, Merry Christmas. Well, wait, you're Canadian, so you're not even allowed to say Merry Christmas according to Trudeau. According to Trudeau, you gotta say some other stuff. I'm just teasing. Mr. Elgamel, how are you? Corey, big Corey Sanjeev, how you doing? My Indian brother. You are my brother. Mr. Durazio, hello. Ashanti, what's going on? Hey, Yub, how you doing? Mr. Raj, my Indian brother. Good, good, good. Mr. Brunoni. Hey, Mr. Brunoni. How you doing? Keshav, how you doing? Tata, you're live with me every day, but you're not at night. It's almost like you think you've graduated to the big leagues and you're too good for us now. Sarita, how you doing? Tehran, how you doing, brother? What's going on? You've been hitting that sphere? What's up with that U2 show in the sphere? That looks like a good time. Hey, Karen, how you doing? London, 2 a.m. for you too. Hey, Laney, how you doing? All right, guys, let's get to work, man. I really appreciate all you guys showing up because, man, I've been doing this now since 2008. I know I look young. I mean, I know I look very, very ridiculously handsome and all, but I've been doing these since 2008. So just to know that people still have this interest in what's my life's passion is pretty cool. Like it's it's like I wouldn't say humbling because, it's just, I don't know, motivating. Like it's something that I can't put my finger around, but it's amazing. In 2008, I was in my 20s. I was just coming out of college. I started doing these. And I was teaching people some of the things that I had learned. And, there would maybe like 5 people show up or 6 people show up. And even then, it was like, dude, we just rage. Like, I'd be cracking beers during the fucking, during the webinars. And we would just learn stuff. And it was so cool. It was like, before there was even social media, like, I guess people just started using Facebook and stuff. So it was like an interesting time, right? Like, and we used to do them on Skype. So I like send everybody my Skype address, and then people would log on, and we'd be on Skype, and we would do these. So to do this now with these fancy softwares that I don't even know what they are, and having people show up that I've known for so long is pretty cool, right? So I love that. So congratulations for taking the time to, let an old man know that he's appreciated. Now, after all of that, we got stuff to do. All right. We got stuff to do. 2025 is going to be a monster year in the stock market. Now, whether it's up or down, I don't know. But it's going to be volatile like you've never seen. If anybody remembers in 2016 when the Trumpster took over, the volatility gets crazy because the reason is that the stock market likes predictable things. It likes predictable things. Like, hey, we know what we're going to get. We're corporate politicians. We give everything to the politicians, and there's no whatever. But with the Trumpster, like, you don't really know what's going on, right? He just kind of does what he does. He shoots from the hip. None of it ever turns out probably to be true, but he's still shooting a lot, right? And so that makes the market very, very volatile. And if anybody was around in like 2016, 2017, like when you start getting into like things like the tariffs and all this kind of stuff, the market gets very, very volatile. Why? Because the markets are like very globalist for the most part. So these things are going to create an immense amount of volatility in the market, which is great. We're traders. It does not matter if markets go up or down all around, right? We're in the business of trading. And so we are going to have a bang out year. Now, the cool thing about the markets and what we're going to learn today is that you don't need many strategies to make money in trading. You need a lot of strategy. You're trying to make like $1 million a day, $100,000 a day, whatever it might be, with small amounts of capital, right? And you really you got to push the envelope. But I'm talking about like if you're just a regular person, right? And I need to make $500, $1,000, $2,500. How many strategies do you need? None. Like one, right? You need one. You need one when the market's hot, and then you need one when the market's not hot. But the beauty is that you can just reverse the same pattern and go from long to short. So if anybody's not familiar with the word short, shorting just means like you're betting on stocks that go down. So you don't have to do like that much crazy stuff to get going, to really have some fun in the market and do what you got to do. You ain't got to do much. And so what we're going to be learning today is a couple strategies, mainly one, on what you can do to just rip this 2025. And I'll keep it real simple. There are so many things out there. Like everybody's like, hey, buy my indicators, right? Like fucking buy this, buy that. Trading can be very, very simplistic in some matters. You only need a handful of things and a handful of rules to make basic money. Now, of course, if you want to be making billions of dollars, right, like some of these hedge fund managers and traders, well, that's a whole different ballgame. But what I'm talking about is like, okay, how do you make $1,000 a day? How do you make $2,000 a day? All right, what my marketing guy Ivan put $1,500 to $2,500, which seems a little bit crazy. Like, why not just $1,000 to $2,000? But from what we've noticed from like grading all our students' trades is when they get one strategy down, I mean, I'm talking like really down, they tend to make between $1,500 to $2,500 a day. And so it's never, never a linear thing. So let's get to work. And guys, stay to the end. I got a special bonus at the end. My entire vault of strategy samples for this particular pattern. I'm going to teach you a couple fun things that you can do every day. I'll make sure to give them to you. So for those of you that are not familiar, and some of you are, I'm the big boss here, right? I'm the big boss of Bulls on Wall Street. I have been trading for professionally since 2008, where it's my main source of income. I was trying to trade numerous years even before that. So as an adult, my whole adult life, I've been spending either trading full-time or learning how to trade. Now, many years were just grossly unsuccessful. I chalk some of that up to just I was young, but I think most of it is just I really didn't know what I was doing. And back in the day, you didn't have blogs or webinars like this, right? Like you were learning trading from books. And if anybody's read a lot of stock trading books, they're great. You're always like, wow, I got something out of it. But did you? I read 1,000 trading books. I never got one strategy out of it. I got a lot of platitudes, right? Like, hey, do this, manage your risk, right? But you never really get something that you can use that makes you money. Guys, I've taught over 7,000 students to date in my 60-day trading boot camp. So I've been trading, all these years, but I've been doing live classes. Very few people do live classes. I teach the longest running live trading course probably in the world. I mean, who since 2008 been running live classes? Very few people, right? I mean, they wouldn't have even existed. And this is my job. This is my passion. I've been speaking all over the world on how to trade stocks, how to trade this strategy, which is my bread and butter. And some of the largest traders that you heard about in social media, YouTube, they all come through this program. Like I am the guru to the gurus. Like everybody's come through this program at some point. And I'm going to teach you a couple strategies today that some of these people have used to not only trade successfully and do this for a living, but to also build like very big businesses. And I've adjusted these strategies of recent to make them a little bit more juicy. But these are tried and true. And this is something you can take for the rest of your life. So let's get to work, man. So fun fact, when I first started trading, I know a lot of you guys are working, right? You got the J-O to the B-B. I also had 9 to 5. Man, it sucks, right? So what, right? We all got to work. We got to do what we got to do. Like right now, I'm working, right? We all got to work. But I used to just be like under my desk sleeping at the office all the time. When I had a JOB, I used to pretend I had IBS so I could like, there's two things that people don't ever question you on: taking poops and periods, right? Nowadays, like nowadays everybody's loose, right? Like nowadays people are like all up in your business, and it's like you can ask whatever because times have changed. Back in the day, there were two things you never questioned people on: poop and periods. And so I would always, I'd pretend I had IBS so I could go to the bathroom, and I'd get on my BlackBerry and I would try to make some trades. Like, we all got to do what we got to do. I've been doing this for so long. So the agenda for today, I'm going to teach you my ORB strategy. And then I'm going to teach you the opposite of that. I'm going to teach you a little bit of a pullback strategy. And then I'm going to show you how to actually get in and out of these bad boys. And then I'll teach you how to find these things, right? The main thing in trading is like very checklist oriented. What I mean by checklist oriented is you have something you want to do, right? So you have a list of conditions that have to go through for you to make a trade. And then you got to go out and be able to find that trade, right? You have to be able to utilize some software, whether it's free or paid, doesn't really matter. But you have to find some software that you can use to utilize to find these trades. And if you can just kind of simplify some of that, I got to find trades and then I got to enter and exit them. Dude, you can do some cool shit. You can do a lot of cool shit. So now let's get in to some of that fun stuff. But first, the big hairy Indian butt. What did I title this bad boy, this master class? I title it How to Make $1,500 to $2,500 with one trading strategy for a simple reason. The key word here is one. I'm a big believer in trading. You have to be the master of one and not a generalist. So what's a generalist? A generalist is somebody that buys like 30 trading classes. They spend 2,000 here, 3,000 here, 1,000 here. They read book after book. They buy all these scans. I got TradingView. I got TC 2000. I got Deep View. I got this. I got that. I got news sources. Oh man, I got the subscription to Benzinga. I get the subscription to Trade Exchange that trade the news. You got all this stuff. So now you got this hodgepodge collection of tools and classes. You got all this information. But you're still not good at what you do. You're still not where you want. So you have all this information, but you didn't actually get where you wanted to go. You had a little bit of information overload because you're a generalist. You've got all these awesome charting platforms, all these awesome news platforms, all these awesome scanning opportunities, and all these awesome strategies. But you just learn a little bit from each one. So you never get good at something, an expert at something. In the stock market, from what I've seen, traveling all over the world, talking to tens of thousands of students and just traders in general, is that the people that make money, and if you'll see it, whether you're on the YouTube, Twitters, when you talk about, you're like, you see this guy and you're like, fuck, he barely knows anything. But he's really good at one thing. He's really, really good at one thing. He's a master of his domain at one thing. So if you're a generalist and you're just dabbling, but you never knuckle down deep into one thing, then you'll have trouble making money. Then the cool thing about the markets right now is there's so much volume in the markets. Right now, I'm looking like some of the stocks we trade. NVIDIA did 200 million shares in volume today. Palantir did 99 million shares of volume today. MU did 91 million shares of volume today. Man, Microsoft did $22 million. 22 million shares in volume. These stocks are, Tesla did 118 million shares of volume. These stocks are so liquid. You can scale up to whatever you need to do. So right now I'm talking about $1,500, $2,500. But these stocks are liquid that we use. So you can scale up. You can buy. As you grow your account from this strategy, you can buy as many shares as you need and keep actually building on it. So let's get damn to it. You don't need a ton of trading strategies when you're trying to scale to this level. This is the beginner level, right? This is the C team. And from there, we go to the B team, then we go to the A team. We got to start here. And to start here, you need one thing. You need one good thing. And you can do this every single day because you don't have to buy a lot of shares to make $1,500 to $2,500. 100 shares, 200 shares, and you're scalping things back and forth, you'll get there. You only need to master one. And then once you're making this kind of money, well, you can add on to it. You can get a little cute, right? You can get a little flavor, right? You can add a little bone broth to what you're trying to do. And now you can start taking it to other levels. So again, as a reminder, I am going to teach you this one strategy And I got a little second one that I'm going to throw in because you got to do it in opposite that you can use to get to this profit level. Guys, this strategy has allowed me to do some of the coolest shit all over the world in the last 2 decades. I mean, I've done webinars live, like where I go and speak in Japan, London, anywhere you can think of. I have been there talking about a handful of these things that we're going to talk about today. I've built a full-time living from what we do here and create something just incredible for the familia. You know, for those of you guys know, I'm an old man. I'm 43 now, but I got my first Bachu. I got my first little Bachu. And he's a damn cutie. He look like a model, don't he? So, let's become snipers. Let's learn how to do one thing, and then maybe I'll add a little bit more to it. You can master this one thing because it's so damn easy. Gain that confidence you need. And then your profitability goes up. And then when you have competence, it gives you competence. And then that anxiety level, when you're at the screens, it goes down. Trading stress causes so many mistakes, right? I got FOMO. I need to make my money back. I need to do this. I need to do that, right? All of this stuff, which has nothing to do with stock charts or stocks, man, it causes you so much stress, so much anxiety. Your anxiety levels will drop down when you get down into what we need to do today. So, the orb, it's a momentum-based trading strategy that can be used to short stocks or long stocks. We use them both ways. It can be used to find huge opportunities right at the open of the market. I'm talking the first 15, 20 minutes. You don't got to be like waiting for this pattern 2 hours into the day. The opening range breakout is built specifically for one thing. The open. It doesn't work during lunchtime. It doesn't work at the end of the day. It's there for one specific reason, and that is for the open. And you can use it on anything. Small caps, mid caps, large caps. What I usually will do is supercharge this trade with options and get this bad boy going. So you can trade even regular stocks and then get big gains off of it. Just adding a little options to it. So what the heck is an opening range breakout? So an opening range breakout, gentlemen and ladies, is a simple setup. When you have a stock that's opened up in the morning, whatever that price of that first candle is, that's the opening price, right? The opening range, I should say, not opening price, but the opening range. Now, when you go sideways at that opening price for a period of time, and you take it out, what's going to happen is you get this, boom, right? The entry for the rest of the day. Now, the beauty of this is that it's an easily manageable trade. So if you were looking, hold on here, let me grab some sexier ones. All right. So if you're looking, right, this has been the hot stock of the last few days. All Day, who's in here right now, All Day, his name is Anthony. He's one of our students. He was buying this thing at $250, and he held it almost to like fucking $40. Only the last 100 shares. But he is bragging about it all damn day, sending me screenshots. He's my neighbor over here. It is incredible. And he bought it off one simple pattern, the opening range breakout. So this stock has a PR out. So you can make an opening candle, right? The opening candle, you get this nice level. And so now what's happening is you're just going to go sideways, sideways, sideways. What you need for the opening range breakout is a minimum of 3 sideways candles. Right? You need 3 sideways candles, minimum. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There ain't much to do. When it passes the price of the opening range, you're going to buy, you can put your stop under the VWAP. The VWAP is an indicator that just is on every single charting platform, every single brokerage you can imagine. You put a stop under the VWAP. So VWAP is just an indicator. I want you to use 5-minute charts for these opening range breakouts. You don't want to do anything else. I repeat, you do not want to do 2 minutes, 1 minute. These are all nice patterns and stuff like that, but they tend to make people overtrade. If you're new, or if you're just into like big D kind of gains, you do 5-minute charts because you'll see everything a lot more clear. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now you got a buenos. Bam. So this SNTI, it's got a PR out. It's got a, guys, and this setup is so simple. It's got a PR out. Hey, Trent, what's up, baby? So you pop up. So where does this first candle go to? About $8, right? You ain't got to do much. Guys, there's no fluff to this. You ain't got to do much. There ain't no fluff to this. I don't fluff. I'm a God-fearing Christian man. Well, I'm Indian, but, you know. I'm a God-fearing Christian man. We don't fluff. Now, you see you pop up. It's the opening price. You need minimum 3 sideways candles from this opening candle. So you pop up. 1, 2, 3. Bam. And it's got to be done. That's true, Mr. Couture. But my microwave is broken. My wife doesn't let me use it because she's like, she's like some health nut. She's trying to tell me it's about radiation and stuff. I was a single man till 42, so I'm learning a lot here. I am learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about life. Go. You shouldn't use a microwave. Huh? The microwave is bad? Fuck. Right? You're learning everything. 1, 2, 3. So you can buy. Put your stop under the VWAP. Guys, it has to go under the VWAP. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. Oh, Miss Sherpa, give me a second. I'm going to get you that. Bam. Now you're into it, right? And then, boom, you've got all this cheddars. Now, look, in general, for me, I always like to take some profits. And then what I use is the 9 EMA. The 9 EMA is just an indicator. It's a moving average on your chart. Anson, what's up? And I'll try to trail up as much as I can on the 9 EMA for the rest of it. Does that make sense? Not, you're never going to hold the whole way. Don't ever get that greedy to where you think that's what you should be doing. But the big hairy Indian, and you can do this. It doesn't have to be a stock that has news out that day. It doesn't have to be a stock that even had a PR out. You can do it in any stock. So you get a stock that spikes up. It's just got to be in the morning, first hour of the day. All right. You pop into about 15:25 and you go sideways, 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 sideways. Guys, this is such a low risk trade. Let me just tell you this. It's such a damn low risk trade. Okay. So you buy here, 15:25. Your stop loss is here. I mean, how much is your stop loss? 20 cents? That's it? Well, hell yeah. Like, that's 2 beers in a bucket? Fuck it. Right? Now you got this thing, and now you're just trending up the 9 EMA for a while. Like, you can rip and ride, slip and slide this thing. Miss Harris, or Mr. Harris. Wait, Eric. Dude, is that Saxon? Elric. Boom. Minimum 3 candles. You spike up. 875. 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candles sideways. So you can buy it 875. Let's just call that stop loss right under the VWAP. That's the white line. Every broker, Thinkorswim, Webull, they all had the VWAPs. You just put your stop loss under the VWAP. And let me just say something. You better use those stop losses. These days, these stocks are all so liquid. Like this, even this turd is doing 55 million shares a day in volume, right? You can use the stop loss. You're not going to have any slippage. They're all, even small stocks like with low market caps are doing a lot of volume. So you get the opening range. Boom. Put your stop under the VWAP. Right. Below the VWAP and give it like 10 cents. If it's a lower price stock, 50 cents, right? Like if it's a higher price stock. Not too much. Use the 5 candle ATR and then kind of manage it from there. This is Palantir. Hey, by the way, you can do this in any kind of trade. Like Eric, you don't got to do it on small stocks. Like I actually personally don't trade small cap stocks unless it's just like a juicy thing I can't turn down. So you pop up, this is Palantir. 1 candle, 2 candles, 3 candles. Sideways, you're going to buy. Set your stop under the VWAP. Give it a few pennies. And now you're in it. Now, guys, if a stock is called opening range breakout, how long are you supposed to hold this? How long are you supposed to hold this? How long are you supposed to hold this? Open. It's called opening range breakout, right? You're supposed to hold it for basically the open. It's not meant for like an investment or anything like that, right? This is a trade that you hold for a handful, just a handful of months, handful of minutes, right? So you get 5 minutes, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, and then it peaks out, right? And then you can come back and do all this stuff. Opening range breakout is meant to get quick, hot cheddars in the fastest amount of time possible. So muchos cheddars. That's right, Mr. Burberry. Mr. Morse, how you doing? Yeah, pal, you can buy the third candle. You can buy the third candle. It's on the third candle. If it breaks opening price, you can do it. Pop up. 1, 2, 3. Bang. Buy. Set your stop. What do you got here? You buying at what? 615? Your stop loss is at, 605? If you got 1,000 shares, guys, if you have 1,000 shares, how much risk do you have? If you're buying at 615, your stop loss is 605. If you buy 1,000 shares, what's your risk at? $100. So you buy 2,000 shares, what's your risk at? $200. All right, good. So you get this nice push to the open. It's nothing sexy. It moved 50 cents, whatever, 10%. Who cares? Nothing sexy. That pays some cheddars. That pays some bills, right? That's got a little something for the ladies. Hell yeah. Hey man, as they say in France, 2 beers in a bucket. Bucket. Now, look at this. Zillow. So it's just a regular ZM. This is Zoom. We're using Zoom right now. This is a regular old stock. It's got a decent chart. Nothing sexy, right? On the big picture. But in the morning, right, you pop up. Sideways. You can buy 68. Your stop loss is at 67.90. Dude, there's very little risk on this. Even though it's a larger gain, what's your risk? Nothing. 10 cents? Shit, right? If you have 100 shares, your risk is $10. 200 shares, $20. 500 shares, $50. If it moves even $1, so it doesn't have to be sexy. It doesn't have to be sexy where it moves in a big percentage way, where it moves like 50%, 100%. If you risk 10 cents and you make $1, it's the same as if you made 100% and risk 10%. It's all the same in terms of sizing and your profits. It's the exact same. So this stock here, it didn't move much. It went from 68 to 69, right? But the risk was so small that you will end up making the same as if you had a big gain, but a very loose stop loss. And so this is where the sweet sauce of the sweet sauce. Hey, Thomas DeRazio, are you using E-Trade Power or E-Trade Pro? Because E-Trade Power is no buenos. But E-Trade Pro is muchos buenos. Pro, not Power. The Power is very bad. I mean, maybe the worst platform I've ever seen. You got to use the E-Trade Pro. That's what I use. Mr. Kaiser, I'm going to get into it, baby. Good. Now we can do all of this. Butamus Maximus Murilius on the downside, too. On the downside, too. So you ain't got to just, look, what if the market's shit? Guys, if the market is Shiite, pun intended, we can do this pattern on the downside. You don't have to just trade to the up. We can trade to the down. So you get a stock that spikes down. This is the opening price. 1, 2, 3 candles. That's it. So you build a range here. Let's call this 13. Stop loss goes over the VWAP. Let's call that 13.10. And now, the low risk. What are you really risking on this thing? Very little. But now it gets you into the trade in the morning. You get yourself a hot little momentum trade to the downside. If you notice, it just kind of trails down its moving averages the whole time. Dude, this is one of my bread and butters. Randall, I ain't surprised. At your age, you'll take anything. I mean, you probably take down one of those ladies from The View. Maybe even Whoopi. Pop down. I'm kidding. All right, so you pop down. So you got a very weak daily chart here, right? So always look at the big picture. Now look. Oh, Mr. Rinky, yes. You can use this with the SPY. Now, Mr. Rinky, it's better to do the first pullback on indexes than I noticed like Chase breakouts. That's a little bit, it still works, but I noticed like the first pull works a lot better with the like if I do sometimes the MNQ or the MES. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. But like I noticed the first pull always works better. I'll show you a little, I'll show you some of those too. I got you. If that's what you're into. I do MES. I don't do the big ones because they make me too fucking stressed out while I'm trading stocks. You can only trade so many things at once, right? I can do maybe like 6 or 7. But like after that, like my brain is. So you pop down, 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candles. So you short, set your stop, bam, let it rock. Guys, there's nothing. You can do this shit in reverse. Bam. That's all it is. You ain't got to do much. Oh, man. Hey, man, as they say in France, 2 beers in a bucket. Boom. Pop down. 1 candle, 2 candles, 3 candles, 4 candles. Just you want to have this thing. It's got to be easy on the eyes. You got to see it. You see that range and you're like, bam, that's the range. That's where I'm taking it. So you get short it right as it breaks down, and now you're off to the races. Dude, check this shit out. Oh, good question. So did QUBT, RGTI do this? Yes, they did. Very good question. Let me. Damn. You can do these on these little fuckers too. I was trying the shit out of this. I left a beach house on the table today. Maybe 2 beach houses. Fuck. Look at this. So you can do this. So this is a stock that was like at 50 cents, right? Went to $13. So it's going to roll back over. So you can see today, it opens down weak, right? So you get 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't really matter, right? You draw here. But I like to just connect as many dots as you can, right? So you short it here. 905. Stop loss goes at 940. Duh. Bam! Like within how many minutes? You're at 750. Well, that doesn't seem like much, right? But dude, you got 2,000 shares of this. You just made $2,500. You got 5,000 shares. You made many muchos bucks, right? And then by the end of the day, got to 680. Like this is, man, that's some fucking cheddars right there, right? That's a lot of cheddars. Look at this. So you spike down on this thing. This thing is, by the way, this thing was like, what, 50 cents? It went to 28 bucks, right? So now, this stock gaps down. What do you got here? 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle. Oh my gosh. I guess. So you short this bad boy. Right? Short this bad boy. Dill. I love fucking I love taking these stocks down. So you short this bad boy right here. In 19 bucks. Boom. It's at 17. Then it comes back into the 9 EMA. Boom. It's at 15. Right? And then it pops up a little bit into the VWAP. Boom. Before you know it's at 14. Like this is what we're trying to get into, right? Hey, so if the first 3 candles are straight up, you have to leave it alone because there's no consolidation. To do the ORB, you need the consolidation. You got to have the consolidation, right? Like you got to have a little bit of that hootenanny. You got to have the consolidation. It doesn't work if it doesn't have the consolidation. Like if you had just three regular candles, you're like, then it's probably done. So what we want to do is, right, pop down, sideways, 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 boom. Take it out, put your stop over the VWAP, and you're in the game. And the large cap stocks, when you do this pattern, when it comes to fruition, all stocks will have range, even the boring ones. Now, let me draw out how this pattern looks on that damn whiteboard. So you know what the strategy is and how to spot it. And then, of course, how do you find these setups every day? Guys, say hello to my friend, the scanning machine. This is, dude, I'm a hunter for stocks. I really am. Like if you guys are in my chat room, for example, I have a chat room. I'm on Zoom every morning like I am right now. I prepare my guys. I get on, right? And I prepare them with the most best stocks in the history of the world. I will just say extra Trump, right? Like I have the plan always. Trading is all about legwork. We got to do our scanning, right? You can have good patterns, but you got to find some stocks that match the pattern. Does that make sense? So let's get into that. Let me show you what my favorite scan is and how I use it every single morning to find stocks that fit what we're trying to do. Let me find it. Now, look, this strategy does work. I mean, it works extremely well. So you have to know in what conditions to use it and, of course, why. So that's where I come in. For those of you who want to make 2025 your big D year, I got something for you. All right, so let's dig in a little bit here. What are the scans we use to find these names? So this is TC2000, by the way. TC2000 it's just a charting platform. It's $50 a month. It's not some secret sauce. But every single morning I run this pre-market scan. And it'll show all the stocks that have PRs out in the morning. So these individual stocks that have this, they have PRs out this morning. So we put them on, I will filter them and put them on a list. You got to track these things. Like you can't just you can't buy them blindly. So something like this will show up in the pre-market scan, right? So where's the ORB price on this? If you want, this shows up on the scan. Imagine you're just trading, not anything crazy, but 1,000 shares of this stock. Where's the ORB buy on this? A PR just means press release. I'm sorry. Hey, Neeraj, how you doing, brother? Where's the ORB price on this? Where's the buy price? If you're going to buy this, where do you buy it? Yeah, just over the top of the first candle, right? So 550, it don't matter. 550, and where do you put the stop loss? Under the VWAP. So 523. Dude, do 1,000 shares, you in the game. You do 5,000 shares, you're in the big game. Do 10,000 shares, you're in the bigger game, and you do 20,000 shares, then you are people writing books about you, right? Now look, you don't want to get big city dreams on this stuff. Most stocks are turds, right? So you take it however it is. I personally believe in trading small and just making money every day without stress. I don't like putting my whole account in a stock or taking too much risk or losing too much money in any name. For me, my max pain, I like to keep it real simple. It doesn't have to be green candles. It's just the opening price and then 3 sideways candles after that. You can buy on the third candle, though, Monty. Brother, you can buy on the third candle on that. So what I do every single morning is we run a liquid gainer scan for pre-market. So look at this. So this all show up. So you pop up here. This is PSNL. What's your opening price? So where's the buy spot? Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. You can buy at 420. Your stop loss is at 410. So what do you got? 10-cent risk? So you buy 1,000 shares, you got $100 risk. Right now, boom, 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 boom. This thing runs a fucking $5. You got a chance to make some cheddars, right? You got a chance to do muchos cheddars. The ORB pattern, man, you'll see it everywhere. So you want to run this scan all the time. Now, look, not every stock runs an ORB pattern. So what you want to make sure is you have 5 or 6 stocks that you're watching. So what I do is I use this 6-window layout. This 6-window layout allows me to watch multiple stocks at once. So it's just about organization, right? It's just about a little organization. So, and I'll change these around throughout the day. but I'm able to watch like multiple stocks at once. So it's not just one stock. I'll look for this ORB pattern, but I'm watching 6 names or 12 names. And how many do you really need to have a good day? 2, 3, 1, right? Not many. And so what I'll do is like I'll have a handful of these on my watch list, and then I'm ready to party. Does that make sense? Good. So, for those of you guys that are attendees of this class, as many of you know, I teach a 60-day trading boot camp. I will be on my 74th boot camp. So, think about this, 74 days. Do the math. 74 days. I got 74 days on this. 74 boot camps at 60 days. I got a lot of class time, right? I got, I don't even know, 7 times 6, 42, 40. I got almost 5,000 days of teaching class. 5,000. And for those of you guys that have been with me for a while, there's never been one of those 5,000 where I've not just fucking brought it, right? I'm talking about the heat, the hot heat, the passion, everything. When I teach class, it's a show because I bring it. Even after 5,000 days, we come in and we do it right at Bulls on Wall Street. Our live trading boot camp is designed to take your career to the next level in 60 days or less. Here's what you will do to develop in a sequential order inside our structured program. This is a university-style program. Class, quiz, homework, group work. You're going to have an elite understanding of market mechanics and movements. Your risk management, your strategies, all your parameters are all set by me. Your software, hardware, trading, your tech stack, we do that together. I already have it all set up. You just use mine. You're going to have a deep grasp of technical and fundamental analysis and concept. Trading psychology foundations. Like we build traders from the mind up. That's always been our thing. Core day trading strategies and patterns. So I taught you one pattern. I've got all sorts of little patterns. Now, I believe you only need one to make some damn money. But I'm going to teach you a lot because markets change and you want to be able to profit when the markets shift. This strategy alone, it works all the time. Sometimes you have to do it in reverse, but it works in any market. But it's nice to have backups and other things that you're doing, especially as you start to trade more capital. In our class, we go swing trading and then core options trading strategies and patterns also. In understanding how to time that market. We spend a lot of time. You notice I probably have some indicators on my charts, right? Some moving averages, some basic stuff. We'll dig into all that. How do you build out your charts? But honestly, does this boot camp actually work? Well, yeah. The biggest traders in our industry, like people that you see, dude, these guys from Uncharted Territories, Ross the Boss, Pony, I don't brag about that one, but right, they all come from this program. All day, all these guys, the big time traders, they come from this program. Over the years, we've been just teaching and developing. And some of the biggest people in our industry come from this program. So, take a look, scan this. You want to see some of our reviews, good, the bad, the ugly, take a look. And take a look at our new and improved Bootcamp 2.0 system. This system will teach you everything you need to know and develop your skills in the next 60 days. We have the most comprehensive trading education platform because it's live classes every day, but we got homework, quizzes, and of course, I'm in constant contact with my own students. Like we have an open office relationship. guys. And beyond that, like we have interactive resources. Your charting, I set that up. Indicators, I set that up. Like all of this kind of stuff, we set that up. Yes, I know psychology is spelled wrong. My boy's from, he's from South Florida. You know how that goes. You know how that goes. He's from that Naples. And guys, here's really what separates us and what gets you going where you need to go. It's all live interaction. I work with my students, but it's live. I teach class live. I don't do on-demand. I'm not into all that stuff. I don't believe in on-demand. You can't learn this from YouTube videos. Trading is a job. It requires your participation and mine together. Live interaction, live feedback. You need to be able to call your mentor on the phone or FaceTime. I prefer FaceTime, right? But you need to do that. Otherwise, he's just a vendor. You have a mentor or a vendor? Which one? A vendor is, hey, check out my 5 YouTube videos and my on-demand classes. A mentor is somebody that picks up the phone and says, this is what you got to do. I know you're having a bad day. We're going to get through this. And we make this thing happen together. That's the key to everything. You need to interact not just with me, but the other students. You need to have a community where you are working with other people along with your mentor. We don't just hand you a bunch of pre-recorded videos and tell you to go take it going. So all of this is inside our program. It's all in an app. You can watch these things mobile. So I teach live, but you can watch everything mobile. You can watch everything recorded, and you can do it for life. And you can retake class for life, the live ones. And I even grade my students' trades. I'll go through, we use a TradeZilla. I go right through and give everybody feedback. So when class is done and you're going on and you're trading, and I usually will put my students on simulators, we go through these things. So you get lifetime access to all of this, past, present, and future classes. Our system is designed to turn traders in 60 days or less, as long as you're participating those 60 days. You're also going to get lifetime access to future classes and the training updates. It's the big daddy of everything you need to do. Let's get to work. And by the way, one more big, awesome bonus. You're going to get 1 year access to our swing trading and day trading chat rooms. So I teach class at night, but in the mornings, we trade in front of you. Not just day trading, but longer term trade. So day trading is in and out within minutes. Swing trading is what you would do if you're holding stocks for 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, so on and so forth. You're looking for those bigger trends. Like if you're working, this is a great strategy. I want to trade momentum. Like for example, Tesla, right? It was $200, 20 days ago? Now it's at $470. How do you capture those big moves over many days? Not the day trading for 50 cents or $1 here or there, but how do I capture that whole move? So we have a swing trading chat room where we're also posting what we buy and what we sell in real time, so that for those of you guys that are part-time traders, we're also digging in and jamming that together. So it's not just a day trading class. We teach all styles of trading. Day trading, swing trading, anything you can think of, it all is encompassed in our momentum style systems. So how do you get started? Yo, text my right-hand man, Omar. His number is 972-841-6474. Or check the chat for the link. Secure your spot. Our next boot camp starts in about a month. We are going to be ripping and riding. 2025 is a big year. It's going to be volatile. We should start learning now. And by the way, if anybody buys class today, I'm in the middle of the past boot camp. You have lifetime access. You can actually come and start rewatching videos and hop into live classes, even in this current boot camp, like right now. So let's get to work. Let's open this thing up to some questions. And guys, if anybody wants a phone call, if you don't want to text Omar because he's got a funky name, I get that, man. I get that. Just put in your phone number and email, and we'll reach out to you. All right. And if anybody's already coming into this next class, let me know. Dude, I'm coming in hot for 2025. Mr. Durazio, as long as you ain't that ugly, I'll spend my time FaceTiming you. Dominic, how you doing? Text my boy Omar, or just let me know your number. I'll have him reach out to you. Karina. What the fuck? Yo. Good. So the VWAP on the 5-minute chart. VWAP on the 5-minute chart. Deepak. How you doing, buddy? Oh, yeah. I got a little holiday discount for you all. Hold on. I got you. Boop. Hey, Thomas. So when I started trading, I also had a business. I was vice president of a company that I owned with this other Jewish guy. And I was working around the clock. I was doing swing trading. And then I made enough money and enough bankroll swing trading that, I just quit my job. And I was like, told my guy, fuck off, right? Give me a little buyout. And I was in my 20s. But I was like, get me out of here. Most of the people, Big Tom, are going to have jobs. You want those people. You want people that have been winners. Like if you don't have a job, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm going to fucking figure out day trading and make a bunch of shitload of money. That's not probably going to work, right? Like it's the people that have been successful. Those are the people that do good. Does that make sense, Big Tom? Mr. Grant, I got you. Dominic, I put the link. You got it, baby. And by the way, this is my own personal cell phone. If anybody just has any random trading questions, that's my personal cell phone, like the actual one. Like you hit me up, I will get a hold of you. I'm not one of these people that like fucking screens calls and all that shit. Anything you need, I got you. We're a family business. And hey, Mr. Durazio, a winner is a winner. Like you want to own businesses. I got a lot of businesses, right? Like trading on the only thing I do, right? Like we're businessmen. Anson, peace, brother. Mahalo. Deepak, you good? Dominic Bates, Benz, how you doing? Hey, Lanny, you're right. It's more of a whole percentage of the stock trades themselves. Raj Kumar, my friend, stop below the VWAP on the 5-minute chart. Good. Anybody else got any questions? Guys, speak now or forever hold your peace. Oh. Hey, Leonard, the class is recorded, brother. Hey, Tanya, so I got some things for you. So if you're working nights, for example, we'll do some swing trades. The interesting thing about swing trades is, Tanya, So you can bracket swing trades and pre-plan them. So like for example, say you wanted to buy, I don't even know, Tesla, right? And you're like, okay, Tesla's $400. And I'm just making up a number. And you're like, you got to work. So you can put a stop loss. It's called a bracket. So you can say like, hey, if it goes under $380, I want to sell it and take my loss. But if it goes to $600, I want the computer to sell me out. So you can bracket the orders and kind of pre-plan them out. And so what we'll do is we use levels. Where are the nearest resistance levels, near support levels? And you can pre-plan the trades out. So you can go and do what you got to do. And you have a bracket. So you can say, and I'm just making up a, because everybody's talking about Tesla, but, you can do it for any stock, right? So like, hey, I buy something at 50. I want my max pain to be at 49, then sell me out. But if it goes to 60, I want to take my profits. Hey, later, Aaron. Hey, Karan, as you watch me trade live, guys, I trade live in front of my students every day. So I put my money where my mouth is. It's never just like I teach class at night and it's like, here you go. Everybody that takes my class, they watch me trade in the mornings or they have access to it if they want to. And I put my money where my mouth is every day because that's the best way to know and gain a little confidence, right? Like, it's nice to watch somebody else do it. And I have my charts up, my scans, everything, right? So everything is open. And then I'm walking people through what I do. Hey, Sanjeev, that's just a psychological issue. We can work through that. I mean, I don't think that's a huge deal. I think what happens is like, you got to have your stop loss hit. And then you just probably got to talk to somebody and be like, hey, what's the direction here is long. What do I do? Right? Hey, pal, the old YouTube channel, I think I shadow banned. I was doing those Biden jokes. I think that's what happened. I think I was doing those Biden jokes. I wasn't even doing Biden jokes I'm not even like liberal, conservative. I don't care about this stuff. It's about the jokes. But I was, doing some Biden jokes, I think. Yeah, I think I got shadow banned. Because Google, they'll do that to you. Like they will censor you as a motherfucker. I know. I wasn't even doing it on the political side. I was like, I just thought it was so damn funny, right? Like there was one that he's like eating ice cream or something. Man, I just thought it was funny. I really didn't. Hey, DB, I trade futures too. I got Ninja Trader. Dude, I passed, I got funded accounts at the Take Trade Profit. Dude, I trade that shit all the time. Hell yeah. DB, I got you. This is what I do. I trade all of it. Cryptos, stocks. Guys, you're into the cryptos, you're into stock. The patterns are the patterns. And this ORB pattern, DB, I do on futures, but I got all sorts of futures, Fibonacci's. We do all sorts of cool shit. I got you. Hey, Sanjeev, and let me know if you have any questions. If you got a little, if you're hee-hawing on, you get stuck in a trade and you're like, you just can't figure out how to flip it. My personal belief is you don't try to flip the stock that you're short long. What you do is you find a different stock that you think is a long. So psychologically, the stocks that you think are short, and the stocks you think are long. Does that make sense? Dude, Monty, I use ORB in crypto, but in a little bit different manner because you got to use 15-minute charts and you got to change around a little bit of the time frames because there's not really an open and close in crypto, right? So there's a small caveats that I'll do. Hey, Mr. Rayford, I got you. So you got problems reading charts or playing stop loss. So I bang on the same concepts over and over, but we do study sessions. If you need one-on-one help, I've got people that are old students of mine that will hop on and literally like work with you. And dude, I have people over at my house. If you're close to Florida, I have people over at my house all the time. I've had probably 600 students stay at my house over the years. But hey, Mr. Rayford, you know, placing stop losses and stuff, like, dude, I got programs for all that. I show you directly. And we use a lot of we use the platforms where you can just right click on your chart and set it. You don't have to do anything too crazy. I'm a big believer in simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. Mr. Durazio. I think maybe, dude, I'm on the beach over here in Destin. You may want to come and hang out with me and leave them's home. Or you can just bring them. I'll have my wife entertain them. She's pretty cool. Hey, Deepak, we're about 1 month from now. So what are we, December 20th? January 20th, 23rd. I forgot the exact date, but it's coming up in the new year. Maybe the 15th. Yeah, I got you. Deepak, and you better come in. 2025 is going to be a wild, wild year, folks. I'm telling you. This will be like COVID times. There's going to be up and down opportunity. We're going to get into it. Karina, I got you. Yes. I think the first month of Teach 2000, $5. And then after that, I got a little extra discount. Good. All right, my friends. I love you guys. Peace. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Adios, muchachos. My friends, my people. I love you guys. Peace. Dude, this was a good time. I appreciate you guys. Seriously. Every damn day. Dude, it's humbling to know people keep showing up no matter what. Seriously, guys. Peace. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Diwali. Whatever it is that you do, I love you. Later, Felice. Later, Easy Trade. Easy Trading, are you the one that used to sell me the computers back in the day? Dude.